It's extremely well written. It's really grabbing. It's a great opening chapter. Now it's time for my big question. Figure this out, Dan. Get ready. You ready? You ready? Settling in. Now, what is the story of Tam? All right. Tam helps Rand out on the road. Rand is scared, startled by something. Rand asks Tam. They turn around. They do not see it. Tam maybe believes, maybe doesn't believe. My secret, not so secret, my personal belief is that he really does believe, and I think he is on guard after that in a way. But helping Rand out, Rand's stressing out, and he tells him to look for the void and the flame. And then Rand explains that this unusual talk, no one in Two Rivers talks like this. But Tam has an interesting backstory. Tam apparently goes off as a young lad, as he would say it, and to quote unquote seek adventure. Somehow gets involved in some sort of huge war, finds a baby, comes home with, and that's the story. And for me, that
and actually, somewhere in there also becomes a blade master and gets a heron mark blade.
Yeah. Thanks. Yes, thank you for piggybacking. Yes, he comes back with a heron mark blade, and he's a blade master, and he's talking this crazy talk about the void and the flame. Now, the void and the flame just happens to be the meditation technique that is the key to allowing Rand to use his powers later on. My question to you, to Dan Carlin, maybe, to the listeners, to everyone at home, to Mr. Rogers, to the puppets on Sesame Street. My question to
apartment 226.
Bueller. No, my question is this: is it a coincidence that Tam taught Rand the meditation technique that is necessary for him to access the one powered? Brother Dan, go.
Even from
the first step of becoming a good fantasy reader is good questions. I don't have to find out the answers. I'm just going to come up with the questions, put my feet out on the table, and let you answer.
I don't really have an answer ready for that. I know. So Lan doesn't seem to be completely familiar with the flame and the void, but he understands what Rand's kind of getting at. But I think he kind of has a different way. He's like, oh, okay. I think Rand was like, oh yeah, I just use the flame.
You mean Lan?
So Lan goes, oh, okay, yeah, you can do that too, kind of thing. When he was training him. No, so I'm
yeah. But sorry, no. Hey, stirring up debate. I think it's good.
I don't think that he knows that the kid is the dragon, or I don't think that he knows that he can channel. I don't think he knows any of that stuff per se. I think he probably does know that transcendental meditation works for him, and he uses that as like a focus for himself. Some people use something else. To me, it was just a meditation focus that just happened to let him Rand clear his mind, but it could have been something else.
I thought you were firmly in camp coincidence, but then at their last second there, you went more into camp ambiguous.
I would say camp ambiguous. I don't know if
pick a side.
Well,
this is tavern talk. I'm getting drunk. Pick a side.
I am picking the side of good and not evil.
I'll tell that story. I will tell that story. Do you want me to?
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
will. That's a really funny pull. Good pull. All right. I'm a big snorer. I'm an inveterate snorer. If I'm on my back, it is. It sounds
It's
like
Sawtown.
yeah. It says what are those? What are those big groms? Those big dogs. I imagine that's what they sound like when they're sleeping, just really loud. Anyway, so my lady at one point was trying to be nice, and she taps on me and goes, "Hey, Ryan, what side do you want to be on?" Which is her way of just saying, "Hey, do you want to roll over onto your left, or you want to roll over onto your right? But whatever you're doing, you're not staying on your back." So, but she's saying it in a nice way, and she's like, "Ryan, what side do you want to be on?" And without waking up, I said, "The good side, not the evil." And then I went back to sleep.
You know what? I think that that's an endearing story because it proves that even in your sleep, you are fighting evil. You're on the side of good, not evil.
Honest to God,
So
I am.
what side are you on?
When I was told that story, my first response in my mind, like Rand and his secret responses, my response was, "Oh, good."
That could have gone either way.
That could have been real. Yeah, that could have been bad.
Ryan, I asked what side you want to be on last night, and you said anarchy.
I've yelled. No, it gets weird. It gets weird at night. But for reals, I said good side, not the evil.
It's weird.
I am not gonna confess anymore. We're moving on. So you are falling firmly on the side. I'm laying it out for you. You think it's a hogwash. You think it's a coincidence. That's exactly how you laid it out. I'm calling you out. I think Tam has a way more deep and rich backstory. I think Tam is Tavern. I think Tam went out seeking to follow prophecy and not find adventure. I think Tam went out to find the baby and to help raise the dragon reborn. And I believe that to my soul because that is too much of a coincidence that he just happens to have a meditation technique that unlocks the true source. Tavern Talk.
That's a mighty mountain to climb. I love it. It's like you just stepped off a cliff. And it's like when the Wile E. Coyote was like kept walking though, because he didn't know that there was no ground for him to stand on. But then he looks down.
I'm still standing.
No.
Even
I
though
think
the mountain's gone,
I'm
and I'm gonna fall to my death, and I don't know what's going on.
No, what you've done is you've just walked out. You look down, and you're holding up a sign that says "Yikes."
Mm-hmm. Regardless of your ad hominem abusive attack on me, I am just going to take that you don't have a really strong argument, and your quiz's argument is facile, and I won. And we're moving on. That's my question of the week. I'm going to have one every week. I hope that's fun. We want the discussion to keep going. What do you guys think about Tam Al'Thor? Did he have prescience when he taught Rand those techniques? Was it a huge coincidence? Let us know.